I'm Sean Kent Hayashi with Saucon Valley Cute and Cuddly Schnauzers, and this little girl is
Honeybee's puppies are 3 weeks old today. Look at these cuties. Oh my goodness. So 2 of them are going to be going together to California. And my husband is very excited about this trip because the people who are getting these 2 puppies right here live near Pebble Beach, the golf course. So Jim will be hand delivering, I think, these 2 puppies, which will be great. Since they're 3 weeks old today, we are going to be introducing them to their first little bit of food. Let me show you how this is going to work. So here's our little boy, and their very first little bit of food is just a pea size, like this, and I literally put it in their mouths so that they start to get used to some texture in their mouth. But you can see he says, hey, that's pretty good, I'm gonna lick on that. Now of course the challenge is they end up getting this all over themselves, and then we invite mom in to clean up after the fact. So here we go, first bite of food for your little girl. And this little girl, let's give her her first bite of food. There we go. I say, hey, this is pretty good. Sometimes on the first bite out, I will just do just a tiny little bit that day. This is the beginning of weaning puppies. And we start at 3 weeks old, and over a 3-week period of time, so between 3 weeks and 6 weeks, our goal is to get them weaned. Now, if mom wants to keep nursing them, that's fine with us, but we don't ever force mom to nurse her puppies. So if mom, in the evenings at night, we keep the door to her playpen here completely open. She can come and go as she wants, and she will go in and nurse them when she feels like it. But if at 6 weeks or 6.5, 7 weeks, she says that's enough, that's okay with us too. When you get your puppy at 8 weeks, your puppy will have been eating on its own, ideally for at least 2 weeks. But some of you, most of you, are getting puppies from me that have gone through our puppy prep school. And so your puppies will be past the point of that weaning. What fun watching them play. At 3 weeks, they're just learning how to climb out of the bed. They start climbing out of the bed to go potty on potty pads, and they'll start being offered, we'll start offering them food 3 times a day like this, and they can eat it if they want to or not eat it. What fun. More about Honeybee's puppies coming up soon after I do some cleanup work here. And we've got a play date. The puppies have all had a very filling meal, and they have nice full bellies, and you can tell they are napping. They usually take their nap after they eat, then they have a little playtime, and then they go do their potty business over there, and then they take a nap. But it's time for us to get ready for a play date. Who wants to go on a play date? Oh, would you like to go on a play date? Okay, you can go. We are ready for our play date. I've got 3 girls in there and 1 boy in here. I do like to rotate sometimes so that one puppy might be alone in the puppy carrier. I happen to know that Bama is going into a home where he will be alone. And so it's great for him to have a little bit of alone time sometimes. This is Editor Sean coming back after I'm watching the video, and I realize I want to clarify this point. I don't mean that Bama will be alone all the time. Bama is going into a family where there are young children, and at first, Bama will be the only dog in the family. They've also decided to get another Schnauzer from me, but they want to wait a little bit between getting the 2 puppies so that Bama gets very well adjusted before they get the second puppy. So he will be a part of a family that has 2 dogs eventually, but at first he's going to feel like he went from having lots of siblings all around him to being the only dog in the family. And I know they're going to give him lots of attention. He won't be left alone all day, kind of thing. That wasn't what I meant by my comment there. It is such a beautiful day outside today. And I have 4 little puppies in the car with me. And we are going on an adventure. We are taking Livy, with a V, as in Olive, Livy, to her new home. And one of the great things about being a guardian parent in my guardian program is usually my guardians live very close by, and that enables us to have little visits and play dates and so forth very easily. And so when a puppy is transitioning into a guardian home, we can do puppy play dates at their home with the puppies. And so I've got, I think it's 5 of them, 4 of them, something like that, with me right now that are going to Livy with V's house. So we will have a lot of fun. It's about a 5-minute drive from me, maybe 10 minutes as if I have to sit at this stop sign too long, but it's very close by. And it also happens to be Penny's house. So some of you know Penny, and several of the puppies that I'm bringing today are Penny's puppies. So I have a suspicion Penny will be excited to see her puppies too. At this age, a little bit of squeaking from puppies that are 6, 7, 8 weeks old in the car. This is normal, and we never take them out while they are squeaking. In other words, you reward good behavior. You don't reward bad behavior. We don't want them to be squeaky in the car, so we're not going to reward the squeakiness. We've only been in the car for just a few moments, and they had stopped squeaking until I started talking again. There's just one. It's the one who's alone. So Bama, who's by himself at the moment, is the one who's squeaking. But this is all part of the puppy prep school experience. Getting your puppy used to being in a car, getting your puppy used to being in the stroller, the carrier, all the different modes of transportation that we might use to take puppies to vets and play dates and outings at the promenade shops where we wander around. This is all very much a part of what we're doing as we are developing beloved family pets. We've just arrived at Penny and Livy's house, and we're going to be walking around to the front door here in just a second. They've all been quiet for the last few moments of the ride, but now that I'm unzipping, Bama says, hey, pick me up. But he's quiet. Notice he's quiet before I'm taking him out of the carrier. Look at this beautiful lantana. Oh my goodness, and these pansies, aren't they gorgeous? Summertime is here. So beautiful. I'm giving Bama an opportunity to smell the flowers. What do you think, Bama? Penny is very excited about the possibility of seeing her puppies, but she hasn't realized, I have Bama right here. Look at that. So I will open up, and here we go, unzipping the top of the stroller. Look who's here. Look who's here. Hello, puppies. Hi.
Hi, Mindy. Hi, Harley.
So actually, Harley's not here.
Who are these 2 then?
So
These
I brought Livy and I bought Libby and Sugar.
Livy.
Livy with a V, as in your dog, Olive. And I brought Libby with a B, and I brought Sugar. Because I think sometimes people confuse these 3 puppies with each other. And so this way, we just get them all in the shot, and everybody gets to see them all. There we go. And Livy, your puppy, is the smallest. She is from Godiva. And Godiva is smaller than Penny. But the other 3 puppies here are Penny puppies.
I'll leave that one for you.
Huh? And Jan, when you feel their little bellies, oh my goodness, you know those little puppy bellies where they're just really full and just, aren't they cute?
Roly-poly.
Yes, Penny is one of those puppies that loves to go on adventures, loves to go everywhere. So all I have to do is say, carry her, and boom, she's in it. She just loves it.
She's always loved that.
So hello, pretty girl. Hello, pretty girl. I'm making sure I'm getting everybody here. Hello, pretty girl. And of course, then there's Bammer. He's really easy to spot, and so I understand he does get a lot of airtime because it's easy to say, hi, there's Bama.
Right. Hi, Mama. Look at your tail. You're happy to be here.
So Jan and I have gone through the Guardian program with Penny, and one of the things I just love about Jan and Mark is they understand the importance of having structure and boundaries. And so this bathroom, one of the bathrooms in their home, is the structure for their puppy when their puppy is learning both to be potty trained as well as just when they're not able to give their puppy undivided attention. So it's really great. Doesn't it work nicely?
It does. I feel like they have the space to explore. Food at one end, potty at one end, little bed at the other. So she always would go to the potty pad.
Penny loves to be clean.
Yes.
And she,
Like
I think,
most dogs,
yeah,
right?
that's right.
Yeah.
Penny has passed that on to their puppies, her puppies. They like to be clean, and so they will prefer to.
She's checking now.
That's right. She's going to make sure, are you all clean? If not, I'm going to clean you now. And fortunately, because they're all weaned, they're not really trying too hard to nurse on her. If they were trying to nurse on her, we'd need to navigate that a bit. But this is a really great age for them to come and visit because they can play with mom without feeling like they're supposed to nurse. But there was an attempt.
Yes, you did. Little kisses. Little
Penny, you're so
kisses.
funny.
Thank you.
Yes, what a pretty girl you are.
Oh. These were the jeans I had on your last visit. I kept them just for you in my t-shirt.
Very nice.
And Bam was like, this is a wall, okay? I can't go. He was looking up at the wall like, what is this?
Yeah, I appreciate that. As we've walked in today, Jan has a potty pad that's already used. This is fantastic. It tells puppies exactly where to go. So Penny has already done a pee here. Mm-hmm. And
one of the puppies actually did a pee on this second one.
Oh, nice.
So they can like go, oh, I know that because that one's at my house.
Yeah, I brought one with me today also. So when I send a puppy home, I usually send it home with at least one potty pad as well.
Mama, what a sweetheart. You are the adventurer. You went to the whole other end of the bathroom first. Yes. Look at your little, put on your little white shoes for me. You got all dressed up today. White's very formal.
Hello, Livy.
What is that?
Hi, Miss Livy with a V.
That's where the heat and the air come out. It's so fun to see this big girl here. Hello.
So that's Sugar
Sugar.
that you're holding on to right now. And this is Livy with a V. No, that's Libby. So Libby with a B, and Livy with a V. And you've got Sugar. So hopefully people are able.
These are very. How do you tell these two apart?
So hold Sugar up, and you will see that Sugar has a lot of white here on the top of her head. And her sister from Penny does not have the white on the top of her head so much. And she's also a little bigger.
So these two were from Penny's last litter?
One has more white on the top of her head, and she weighs a little more.
Okay.
So this one has more white on the top of her head. And here, I'm going to have you pick her up so you can actually feel it, that she weighs just a little bit more. Yep. Okay. And now hold.
Livy.
Okay, so there's Livy. So now we'll have you pick that one up, and you'll be able to tell. And then if you look really closely at their faces, you'll see there's some slight differences there too. But Jan, one of the ways we do it is with Chanel red nail polish on one of the back toes. That also helps. And for that reason, sometimes when I'm shooting video, you know, I try to make sure I know exactly who's who so that people are following them around. But you can tell from holding them, there's a bit of a weight difference.
Yes. How do you ever sleep on your belly, don't you just roll over? That's not a flat
And so
surface.
Penny weighs 10 pounds. Penny weighs 10 pounds, and she's such a great weight for traveling with and taking her anywhere you want to go. And so people regularly ask me, how much are these puppies going to weigh? And I say, well, both their parents are 10 pounds, so they're likely to be right at that 10-pound mark. That is my best guess, but they could be less, they could be slightly more, but it won't be much more. Like this is what you're going to get.
Hi, sweetheart. Hi, Livy.
So Livy is already 9 weeks old,
Yeah.
right? And so it's really great because if Jan wants Livy to come sleep overnight here, she can, or she can stay at my house overnight. And if Jan has a family event or a family function going on or something during the puppy prep school experience, and Jan wants Livy to be a part of it, that's just fine. But Livy also comes and stays at my house during the day. You can see here, I've got puppies crawling in my lap and crawling on me.
Do you want me to put any of the food down at all?
Sure, if you'd like to. I suspect Penny will eat it though, won't she?
She's been very interested. I set it out like, just because it was so cold from the fridge. I put it out about 20 till 1. I mean, 20 minutes or so before you got here.
So this is some canned tripe. And Penny might just say, hey, I would like that.
What's that? Come take a look. What is that?
They did eat really well before we came today. And they've had several training sessions already today where they've gotten some snacks and such.
And when we have company over, we have to get out a few things just to be social.
Yes,
Offer.
the very special green tripe.
Yes. No crudité today. Just try to get Livy back over here. Did she wake up?
Yeah, she did wake up. So they've rotated sitting in my lap and coming over to check in on me. This is Livy with a V, Olive, the little puppy that lives here. And this is Libby. And that's Sugar over there in Jan's lap.
Need some sugar.
Yeah.
I got sugar over here.
But they rotate who's coming to sit in my lap versus who's on an adventure. And of course, Matt has joined us.
You want a little sugar? Livy, come here. We have burnt toast. Sorry. Can't find the one that's...
Here we go. I'll see if they'll both go.
What's up, buddy?
Come here. Come here, girls.
So we haven't learned to come yet. We've learned sit and down and spin, but not come
Are
yet.
they spinning?
Yeah, they're spinning already. Yeah, that's right. We've been here a little short of an hour, and you can see that they have decided to rest. Even Penny is... She heard me say her name now, so she might get up. But
Yes.
yeah, that's right. Jan and I have been having a lovely little conversation here. We have children the same age, and so it's fun to sort of compare experiences of being moms to children this age. And our puppies have enjoyed the conversation, but they said, hey, what you two are talking about is really sort of boring now. And so we're just going to take a nap.
You like the floor? It feels good? Okay.
Yeah,
The floor, you can have the floor. It's cooler.
there we go.
You got a bed, or you got my lap?
Well, Jan, thank you so much for letting me bring them all over and for hanging out in the bathroom here together.
We love to have you. We love company. We love the girls. We love puppies. Penny loves to have visits. This is great for her.
It is fun to come over and socialize like this. So thank you.
They are out.
They are just so zonked out. They're going to sleep really well on the way home. I have lots of dogs in this neighborhood, and it is so fun to come over here and think about all my little doggies and the play dates that they have together. And right now we are in the car driving back home after our puppy play date, and oh my goodness, it was so fun. I suspect they will be quiet most of the way home. Here we go. And I'm not sure you can see it, but the golf course that my husband is playing golf on right now is visible right between these houses. Can you see there's a golf course right back there? And it's, of course, a very lovely golf course, as you can imagine. But that is where my husband Jim spends a lot of time. And so it's fun for me to be able to have my SVCC toy puppies to play with while he's playing with golf. Very quiet car ride, and now we're back home. Just entered the garage. Wow, what amazing timing. Hi, Jim. How was your golf today?
Golf was fun.
Golf was fun. I'm so glad.
What have you been up to?
Oh, so I took these puppies over to have a play date at Jan and Mark's house. So Livy got to go hang out with Penny, and we sat on the floor in their master bathroom for about an hour.
Great.
It was a fun puppy play date. I'm going to take these little ones now downstairs. It always makes me so happy. I was just about to say it always makes me so happy when they learn to be quiet. And then I had some singing going on, but they have been quiet for this ride home. And now my big girls are singing, realizing that we're back. Here we go downstairs. Back home, ready to play with the other little ones here. So let's see how this goes when they've been gone for more than an hour. And their siblings here are resting. So there's Trinket and Harley and Wavy Davy and Marley. Trinket is so happy to see them. And our little beige girl here says, "Oh, hi, Bama." Happy to see each other. This is one of Honeybee's puppies. And this little girl, I decided to keep myself. And I wanted to show you that just a few moments ago, I took some thinning shears. Notice the color in her face. Just a few minutes ago, I took some thinning shears to her back because I wanted you to be able to see that she is not going to be as dark red as she looks. So on the right, you see some of the hair that when I used the thinning shears, this is what came off of her. So you can see that's much darker red than what we're seeing here underneath. So I felt like it was okay, since I'm keeping this puppy, for me to cut the ends, if you will, the tips off of this hair, just so that you can see why I am so careful about when I represent puppies as red or dark red. She was darker red than she's actually going to be, but her sister is very dark red. On the right here, you can see her sister, and brother's coming to get in too because mom has joined us. So you can just see that they're quite different in their color, and I have a feeling this puppy that I'm keeping is going to end up being more honeybee color. And I'm thinking about naming her Sweet Tea too. I miss having Sweet Tea around, and I have a suspicion that this little girl has the potential to look a lot like Sweet Tea. Another option could be to name her Busy Bee. So Honeybee's puppy could be named Busy Bee or Sweet Tea like her aunt. If you have ideas about what name we should consider for this little girl, please put them in the comments below. What do you think of naming her after her aunt Sweet Tea, or naming her Busy Bee, perhaps something else? But now that I've trimmed her out, it's really easily to see visually who's who. These two little girls are Hannah and Haley. They are going to Terry Lynn and Cindy in California. They will be living right near Pebble Beach Golf Course, which of course is a very interesting idea to my husband, who would be thrilled to deliver them in person so that he gets to play Pebble Beach. But isn't that fun that the two of them are going to be in the same home and able to be best friends for their whole lives. That's always exciting to me. Honeybee says, yeah, that's exciting to me too. That's how I personally like to buy puppies. When I bought Honeybee and Sweet Tea, I bought them together and they have been great friends, and look at how roly-poly they are. So Terry Lynn and Hannah, or excuse me, Terry Lynn and Cindy, these are your girls. Yes, pretty girls. This lighter puppy is Hannah, and the darker red girl is Haley. This is Honeybee's little boy, and he is going to be living in New Jersey. He is a creamy beige color, and he still has that little halo on the top of his head. But this is an interesting little story for me. I had several families interested in him at the same time, and I had several people named Maria interested in him. He did end out going to one of the Marias. But I find myself as a breeder really, I struggle sometimes because I never want to be pushy when I'm selling a puppy. So I want to say, hey, is this your soul puppy? If this is your soul puppy, say yes. But I never want to say, hey, there are a bunch of other people who are looking at this puppy too, and you better make a decision quickly because he's going to go really fast. So I don't say that. Instead, I say, is this your soul puppy? If he is, say, yes, I want that puppy. That's my puppy. But when people say to me, well, I don't know, I'm still thinking about it, I'm interested, but I want to wait a week or something like that, I'm not in a position to be able to say, okay, wait a week and I'll hold the puppy for you. I don't hold puppies in that situation, particularly when I know that I've got several different families who are interested in this puppy. But this little guy, oh my goodness, he's going to have a great life because he's going to a home where there is another Schnauzer. And so this is your puppy, Maria, in New Jersey. Here's your little boy, Maria. He is such a cutie. He is Honeybee's puppy. Strongly encourage you to watch Honeybee on my channel, but he's also Maui, Toffee Maui's puppy. So you'll see Toffee, his daddy, in the playlist, How to Train a Puppy from 8 to 16 weeks. So your little boy is a creamy beige color, black nose, brown eyes, 3 weeks old today. Dazzle has been coming over and wanting to interact with me while I've been talking about and playing with the other puppies. She's saying, hey, what about me and my puppies? So let's focus now on Dazzle's puppies. This is Sailor. He is one of Dazzle's puppies, and he will be 6 weeks old tomorrow. He is going to Patricia and Bill in Florida. Here's your boy. Look at that little tongue. Oh my goodness, how cute are you, Mr. Sailor? Sailor is so easy to film because he is very easy to spot. You can see him quickly, so you know that's Sailor. Because these puppies are right at that 6-week mark, Dazzle will nurse them intermittently. They've really learned how to eat mush, so this dish was full earlier today. Let's wake this one up and see who is this. Which puppy are you? Well, hello there. Hi, Jasper. The other 3 puppies in this litter, I have to look a little bit more closely at in order to identify who's who. I have to look at the facial markings. So Jasper has a little bit of tan color, or we could call it red color, right in here. And so his face is just a wee bit brighter, if you will, than Chance's. So hello, pretty boy. You sleeping? This is Chance. Chance's face has a little bit of darker coloring in around the muzzle. Hello. says, put me back so I can nurse. That was a nice moment with my mommy where I was nursing. Why did you take me away? But there's your little boy. This is the only girl in the litter. This is Jelly. And Jelly is the biggest of the 4 puppies in terms of weight at this point. That does not mean, however, that she will be bigger than her 3 brothers later on. So it's just today when we weigh her, she happens to be the one who weighs the most. She is going to Alaska, and my husband Jim will be delivering her to Anchorage, Alaska. I think that will be an interesting and fun trip for him. What do you think, Jelly? You and Jim are going to have a nice adventure together as you get to meet your new mommy. Yeah. They're at that age where they are just playful and roly-poly. They like playing with each other. And it's such a lovely day today that I have the door open, but I can tell that's affecting the lighting in my filming. So I may need to move a little bit so you can see better how much fun it is to watch them playing. There is a lot that goes into raising, developing little puppies like this. For example, so Dana and I were just doing a little bum cleaning on our boy Sailor here. And if you turn him around, what you'll see is we used both scissors and clippers just to get this area super clean right here. Why? Well, sometimes when they're doing their little poopies, little bits can get stuck on the back end, and this just helps us to keep them super clean. Sailor is such a cute little boy.
Yeah, so calm too.
Yes, and cuddly. I'm laughing at this because the vote was really clear, wasn't it? Which food they liked best today. Sometimes I will give them options, and you can see that they made it very clear what they liked best. There's always some playing going on. There's also always some sleeping going on. There we go. Someone has a little bit of sweet potato. Have to get that off the side of her head. This is Trinket. This is Libby. This is, I'm pretty sure, Sugar. That's Livy, as in olive. Dazzle's puppies will be 6 weeks old on Monday, and that is the day that they will have their first on the places bed routine beginning, where we're just introducing them to the idea of a lure. Hi, Jelly. Hello. Hi, Chance. There's a little Sailor. It's very easy to spot these puppies now just by looking at their faces. You can tell who's who very easily, which makes it easy, I suspect, for you to be able to identify these puppies in my videos. Hi, Jasper. Jasper seems to like that little cow hoof, doesn't he? They like lots of different toys, and they like playing with each other. So here's Libby, and here's Trinket.
They're very excited to get their training.
I know that Libby and Trinket are very cuddly and always happy to see you.
They are.
Yes. Now, I'll point out that with these puppies, it's not always easy to tell who's who and who's playing. I do try very hard to make sure that I give all puppies equal airtime in my videos. I got a comment today about the fact that I was not giving a puppy enough airtime. So I'm going to do my best. This is editor Sean coming back as I'm watching this video, and I've had an insight about myself. So I'm sharing it with Burberry here while she's playing with a toy, but I also want to share it with you. When I was a young girl in first grade, I was diagnosed, if you will, with dyslexia. And fortunately, my family lived in New Haven, Connecticut. And so I was able to go to Yale University to learn how to read because they were studying students, or they were studying young children who seemed to have the signs and symptoms of dyslexia. And so I say, fortunately, I got to go to Yale University to learn how to read, right? We can laugh at that. They taught me really well how to read, and I love reading. I'm an avid reader. I've probably read a library's worth of books at this point in my life. But after having watched a series on television called Love on the Spectrum, which I found to be really, really interesting, one of the things I realized is that most of us are somewhere on the spectrum, if you will, whether we realize it or not. And I am definitely one of those people. So I tend to take things very literally. You know, if you text me something, I'm going to take the words in the text very literally. So if you say, I'm interested and I'll come and see the puppy, to me that doesn't mean, yes, that's my puppy, that's my soul puppy, I want to buy that puppy, please hold that puppy for me. I'm interested just means, I'm open to it, I'm interested, I'm willing to get more information about this. And likewise, if you say, hey, my puppy isn't getting enough airtime, I don't know whether that's like a joke or whether that's real. And I tend to take it, I tend to interpret it as, I think she's actually giving me feedback that I'm not putting her puppy in my videos enough. And so again, please just know about me that I tend to take things very literally. Oh my gosh, isn't this funny? This is mom trying to take the toy away from her daughter. I sat down here because Burberry was playing with this toy, and now Mommy Liberty says, hey, I'm taking the toy. But back to my point, please just know when you text me, when you email me, even when you talk to me, I'm going to take your words at face value. And if you're meaning to be humorous or funny or something like that, I don't always interpret that well, and I apologize right up front for it. So please just know this is how my little brain works. Thank you. So back to where we left off when I decided to add my little editorial comment after the fact. I am not going to be somebody who's going to measure the amount of time that each puppy is in a video and make sure that they get equal time. That would take all the fun out of it for me. Dana, do you remember how when we first started with Livy with a V?
Yes.
As in olive, Livy? Yes, she was not interested in a lure at all. And this is very common. Livy with a V is 2 weeks older than the other puppies that you're going to see us working with. And so as a result, she's had a lot more opportunity, a lot more practice, and she knows the basic routine already, as you can see. She's very happy about it. She likes it immensely.
Yes, Livy. Yes, sit. Yes, spin. Yes, down. Yes, sit. Yes, spin. Yes, Livy.
So part of what I love about the training work that we do is you can literally see, you can feel the development and evolution of our puppies as they learn the training. So certainly not all puppies here at the moment are at this level, but they will get there because of the way we do our training work. So they get 4 sessions a day sometimes. They get play dates out in the world. They get adventures and car rides. And sometimes I go sit in the car with them and do my email. So they're just used to being in the car.
Yes, sit. Yes, spin, Livy. Yes, touch. Yes. Yes, sit. Yes, sit, Livy. Yes, spin. Yes. Yes, down.
I'm pointing out that all the puppies there in the background are playing together.
Yes, carrier, Livy.
Libby likes being in the carrier too. And there's lots of roly-poly playing going on here. We've got puppies underneath. A little sound like that is a wonderful thing, and I'll tell you why. What it does is it says to them, you're being a little too sharp with me. So that's their way of saying, your teeth are being a little too much with me. It's a really great thing. They need to learn that, and they need to learn it here. So they need to learn it here while they are with each other, while they're with the puppies and the mom dogs.
Yes, touch.
And
Yes.
sometimes
Yes, sit.
you can tell they're saying, I want my session. So Libby is saying, I want my session. I want my session. And oftentimes you can tell they're just so excited about the opportunity to learn.
Yes, touch. Yes, Libby. Yes, Libby. Yes, spin. Yes, sit. Yes, down. Yes, sit. Yes, spin, Libby. Yes, touch. Yes, Livy. Yes, spin. Yes. Yes, down. Yes, Livy. Yes, sit. Yes, spin.
We start our puppies at 6 weeks old on the Places bed. And so she has been at this now for weeks, and you can see the evidence of that.
Yes, sit.
Sometimes people will say to me, oh, we're going to wait until our dog is about 6 months old to start obedience. And I shudder when I hear them saying that, because you're missing such great opportunity. Dogs at this age love to learn. They love to please you. They love to do what you want. You just have to be very clear with what you're teaching them. And you can have a dog completely obedience trained well before it is 6 months old. So please don't wait. Please don't wait until a dog is 6 months old or something like that to start obedience. Don't wait until a dog is 16 weeks old. Go ahead and start at home.
Yes, sit. Yes, down. Belly rubs. Yes, belly rubs, Livy.
She loves her belly rubs. Yeah,
Loves the belly rubs.
she loves her belly rubs.
Good job, Livy. Yes.
So that's a 10-week-old puppy. Next, we'll show you some 8-week-old puppies. So little Miss Trinket has a gotcha day next week. 3 of these puppies will be going home to their new families next week. And so it is common for me, if a puppy is getting ready to go to their new home, they might get a little more airtime. And I hope that those of you who have puppies that are staying through puppy prep school will be patient with me as I am doing the best I can with this. Everybody is alert and awake. Happy, playing. Trinket's up first, and I will tell you that I am holding Libby with a B in my hand right now so that she can watch as Trinket gets her turn. And then Libby with a B will be up next.
Places.
Here we go.
Yes, places, Trinket. Yes, sit. Yes, sit. Yes, spin. Yes, spin. Yes, down, Trinket. Yes, down. Yes, sit. Yes. Yes, spin. Yes. Yes, sit. Yes, sit, Trinket. Yes, spin. Yes, spin, Trinket.
My big girls so much want to participate, and often when I'm shooting the video, I am able to hold whichever big girl wants to be up there next. But right now I'm holding Libby with a B so she can watch every move that's happening here. She's getting lots of opportunity here. So today, Dana is also doing some ear cleaning with the puppies, and we'll show you what's being used so we can hold up those two products. We'll do some in the carrier. So here we go. We have an ear cleaner, and so we have another type of cleaner that we also use. And I like to just make sure our puppies' ears are super cleaned out. So once a week, we do this routine with them. And Dana's going to do that with all of the puppies today.
Belly rubs. Yes, Trinket. Yes, belly rubs. Yes, belly rubs.
Good job. So again, Miss Trinket is going to her new home next week. And we're so excited for her family. They'll be coming to pick her up. Trinket's used to being combed and having all parts of her body touched and played with, and just, she's very, very easy to work with. So here's Miss Libby. So kissy and cute.
Very cuddly.
Yes. All right, let's see Libby do her routine. The tail is wagging. She's excited.
Yes. Yes, places, Libby. Yes, sit. Yes, sit, Libby. Yes, sit, Libby.
Libby is excited today. Libby likes being held and cuddled and hugged, and she really wants Dana to hold her and cuddle with her. So she keeps trying to crawl in Dana's lap.
Yes, sit. Yes, sit, Libby.
So I would keep doing spins with her, Dana, right now while she's got a lot of energy. So sits and spins.
Okay.
And then we'll get some of that energy, the mental energy worked out, and then we'll get into more of the downs. So this is very typical of puppies this age. Sometimes she will have learning sessions where she's right on and she's following everything. And then other times she'll have sessions where she's distracted and she has to learn impulse control. And so with all of the puppies this age, we are working on impulse control. And you can see she's much more interested right now in playing. She's got a bunch of her, we'll call them all siblings, although they aren't all actually from the same litter. A lot of them are playing over here. She can see that. So the distractions around her right now are pretty intense.
Yes, sit.
I will pick up Burberry so that Burberry is not a distraction for her. And as I said, I often am holding one of my dogs while we are filming.
Yes, Libby. Yes, sit. Yes, sit, Libby. Yes, spin. Yes. Yes, sit. Yes.
And yes, I have another one coming up to say, hey, I want to participate too. Sometimes they'll start doing the routine themselves without the treat. And they just say, oh, I know how this goes. But what I want you to notice is her tail is wagging. She is extremely happy. And this is perfectly appropriate behavior for this age of a puppy. To be excited, she's very social, she's very outgoing, she wants to play with everybody. All right, I've got to move the big dogs. I'll do that and come back. So I put Dazzle in with her puppies so she can nurse them, and the other three have gone outside. And Honeybee says, hey, I get it. I get my place right now. I won't come over and bother with the training routine going on. So she's trying so hard to jump up on her own there.
Yes.
So what I like to think about with my puppies is I want them to be highly social, and I want them to enjoy playing not only with each other, but also with me. And so it's okay that she wants to be a little playful and a little engaged like that. She's here and will learn just by watching in some way, in some cases. Sailor and Libby with a B will be going to the same home. They will be siblings. And you can see that Libby is very happy about that. He will get to know her and become good friends with her and play with her. He's just got some more growing up to do before he's ready to play in the way that she is. But that will come.
Smells the cheese. He's like, I like that.
So Libby is being combed, and every day, at least once a day, sometimes multiple times a day, this goes on with her, just like with all the other puppies here. And today, special day, ear clean out day.
Yes.
I recommend that you do ear clean out on your puppies maybe once a week when your puppy comes to your home. Just make it part of your routine. We're going to do a little extra carrier work today with Miss Libby with a B, so that she just continues to have that experience. She doesn't mind being in the carrier at all. I know she's going to be in a carrier when she is on her way to Florida, but she'll also be in a carrier a lot here. So when we take her to the vet for vet appointments, she'll be out in a carrier like this, going on a play date.
Yes, carrier. Okay. Okay, Libby. Oh, no. Yes.
Tail is always wagging. She's a happy girl. Miss Burberry is taking a nap. And I've been thinking a lot about a comment, another comment that I got on my YouTube channel. Let me show it to you. I'd like your input on this. So please comment below what your thoughts or reactions are. 4 days ago, I got a comment that I've been thinking about quite a bit lately. So it says, "Thank you, Sean, for this information-packed video. My attention span is not as good as it used to be. Is there any chance maybe in the future the longer videos could be divided up into two? I noticed Eve and Ariel were trying to obtain all of your great information, but was so tired. This might help them or others. Let me know your thoughts as always." So I wrote back, and again, I hope that I'm coming across with a spirit of gratitude for your comment. And I said, I guess I could make shorter videos, but I also get positive feedback from others when I make longer videos. Right now, I'm uploading a very long video. In fact, the video that I was uploading at that moment was about an hour long, showing all the things that I did that day, like a typical Tuesday. Maybe another option is to watch my videos in spurts when your attention span is able to be focused, or perhaps take notes on the information that is most relevant to you, and track the time to come back when you want more. So yes, I can attempt to make shorter videos, but I'll have to give it some thought as the best way to approach this. I would really love any comments that any of you have about this idea. So some of you give me feedback that you want more, longer, and some of you want them shorter. And so I really appreciated her reply here. She says, sorry to add anything else to your long to-do list. I know you have a lot going on. I like the longer videos as well. Okay. Love to see you taking us places, etc. I think it is the longer informative videos that I'm speaking to, if that helps. I'll take your suggestion on board. So thank you again for your comment. I think I had to just admit to myself, I do this channel for fun. And as long as it's fun for me, I'm going to keep doing it. But when it's not fun anymore, I'm not doing it anymore. So please let me know your comments on this. And perhaps the other thing that's really important for me to say is, I'm not operating from a script. I turn my camera on and I'm having a conversation with you. And so it's not like I know exactly at the beginning of a video idea how much time, how long it's going to take for me to fully develop the video that I'm making. So there's almost nothing scripted here, which is the exact opposite, by the way, of my work in my other business. So my other business is very scripted. I do speeches, I'm standing on stages, I'm making certain that I'm covering the important points in leadership development and building high-performing teams and the topics that I speak professionally on. So this channel is my play space, and I would love to keep it my play space while at the same time honoring the thoughts and comments that you have for me as well. So thank you. This is my YouTube channel, and I am always very grateful for your comments.